Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So I am finally back with a sat down talking video, just me, no chaos. Spoke too soon, the dogs just got up. Anyway, yeah. I'm back with another talking video. Sorry if I bore you. Tend to bore a lot of people nowadays, but that's the Zoe vibe. Irrelevant information. But yeah. Anyway, getting into what today's video is about. So this is one I've been putting off for so long, but I'm finally putting it out there into the universe. No going back now. So anyway, without further ado, don't know why I said it like that. Don't even know if I said it right, but we vibe, we move on. Yeah, deal with the chaos. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what shows I want to either be revived or come over to the UK. Whether that be on tour, an off-West End run, a West End run, whatever. Or just even a 5-6 week run in a UK theatre somewhere. Yeah, just shows that I want to see back in the UK or come over to the UK. And it was a very long list, but I've narrowed it down. So this isn't going to be like an hour and a half video like I've done in the past. By the way, credit to you if you sat through that. I was just getting started on YouTube and decided to film an hour and a half video. And we're in like the 200 views on that. I know that's not a lot, but yeah. Credit to you if you sat through that. Credit if you've even stuck with me since the start. Because I know I can ramble like I'm doing now, changing the subject yet again. Let's get a tally chat on the go. Anyway, as I was saying, I've been putting this off for, I want to say about a year. That's how long this video's been in the making. A year. And here I am, filming it on the 2nd of June. But yeah, by the time this goes up, it'll be the 3rd of June, so irrelevant. But yeah, I'm just gonna narrow it down to probably about my top 6, like the ones that I desperately want to come over or just, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to pick a couple that I want to see come to the UK, which I think is pretty obvious which ones they're going to be. And then the rest of them are just going to be shows I want reviving. And I'm going to be honest, one of them might shock you. And I have actually seen this in the UK, but it might shock you. And all I will say is when I saw it in the UK, it was a one-off night. But it's going to shock you what it is. Because people are probably going to be like, wait, that's your taste of music? Seems you don't know Zoe's theatre antics very well. But, yeah. Anyway, let's just get into the video before I turn this into chaos. So, to start off, I might as well just throw it straight in there with a show that I desperately want to come to the West End, to the point where I even have my dream cast for this show. But we'll save that for another video. If I ever decide to do it, will probably be in another year from now. Because, let's be honest, when I say I'm going to film something, never do. But, yeah. Anyway. This one is probably going to be so obvious, and I think so many people want this in the UK, because who doesn't? But, yeah. Let's be honest. The film's a cult classic. Everyone loves the film. I'm a personal fan of the film. So, I'm not gonna keep you under suspense for too long. So, yeah. The first one is Mean Girls. Think everyone wants that in the UK by now. Pretty sure everyone's seen a cheeky little bootleg that's been going around YouTube from the Broadway production. Because, let's just be honest, the songs are a bop. The songs are an absolute bop. Like, I mentioned this in my Carrie Hope Fletcher vlog. Carrie Hope Fletcher sung I'd Rather Be Me from Mean Girls on her UK tour recently. And it's just reminded me how much I want it in the West End. Preferably with Carrie Hope Fletcher as Janice. But anyway, like I said, that's for another video. But, yeah. Mean Girls, it needs to make its West End debut or UK tour debut or just some sort of UK debut. Don't care where it is, just get this show into the UK. We all know that there is a film of the musical in, I think it's in pre-development or something like that. I know nothing's been filmed yet, but I know it has been casted. And I've already forgotten what the cast was. Great start. But yeah, I need this show in the UK because it is just bloody brilliant. I love that soundtrack. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I'll just stick Cautionary Tale on, or I'd Rather Be Me. Like, you can't go wrong. Even though my go-to soundtrack is Bonnie and Clyde, but who doesn't know that by now? But, yeah. Mean Girls. Get it in the UK. Tina Fey, what are you doing? Get it in the UK, girl. Like, it's been rumoured for, I want to say about 2 years now. It's either 2 or 3 years now that it's been rumoured. But, yeah. Let's just make the rumour happen. Like, please. I will literally break the bank to see that show in the UK. I don't care where it is. But, yeah. I remember how happy I was when I found out that Mrs. Doubtfire was premiering in the UK. I was like, finally, I get to see one of my favourite films on stage. Because, yeah, let's be honest, ain't going to Broadway anytime soon. And we all know how it happened on Broadway. COVID didn't help. But, yeah. Just recently opened in the UK. Plan to go on a trip to Mrs. Doubtfire soon. I don't know why I'm started talking about Mrs. Doubtfire. But anyway, we all know I change the subject very easily. But, yeah. Mean Girls, let's just get it in the UK. It needs to happen. Like, I think everyone needs it in the UK right now. It's just an absolute brilliant show. And I just need it. I need it in my life. I need to see it live. I do need to see it live. Because I'm going to be honest, I've watched the Broadway bootleg too many times. And there's only so many times I can watch it. And I watch it a lot. And I mean a lot. Like, yeah. It's just brilliant. Anyway. Moving on to a show that I want to be revived. Now, I know this show has only just been recently, like, revived in London. But you will know why this is going to be in a show I want reviving. And it's Legally Blonde. But there's a but for this one. And I think everyone will agree with me on this one. But the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre production of it, the diversity in that cast, the staging of that show, oh my god, like, the diversity in that cast was phenomenal. Like, Courtney Bowman as Elle Woods was one of the best things I have ever seen. And Isaac as Margot, loved it. Absolutely loved it. Like, I loved the non-binary representation in that show. Like, it was absolutely phenomenal. And being part of the LGBTQ community myself, if it's not already obvious, I just loved it. I absolutely just loved the diversity in that show. It was absolutely phenomenal. And a POC Elle Woods as well, like Itchy Eye, I'm so sorry. You can't fault it. You cannot fault that casting at all. Like, Lucy Moss cast that show to an absolute perfection. Like, could not go wrong. Like, I really wanted it to have a longer run. I did really want it to have a longer run because I only saw it once and I wish I saw it more. But, yeah, I think everyone will agree with me that the Regent's Park Open Air Theatre production that was premiered last summer was probably one of the best shows of summer 2022. Like, it was definitely a highlight of my summer last year. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it needs to come back. And ASAP. Because I'm getting withdrawal symptoms. I need to see it again. So, yeah. I would actually love to see it go into another open air theatre like the Lavender Field or Kilworth House. Like, I would love to see it in another open air theatre, but I do have a feeling that it could potentially make it into a West End theatre because, yeah, it's just brilliant. And another thing I want to point out about that show is Lauren Drew, who is an award-winning actress for the role of Brooke Wyndham now. Like, I don't know how she did that every night. I'm pretty sure Lauren only missed one show. If I'm wrong in saying that, please let me know in the comments, but I am convinced it was only one show she missed. Like, I'm pretty sure she did the full run, but only missed one. Or was it two? Yeah, I'm not sitting there overthinking that. I'm going to go with one. I'm going to go with my gut and say it was one. But watching Whipped into Shape had me sweating. Never mind singing and skipping at the same time. Like, it weren't even me, and I was like, girl, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? Like, skipping is hard enough. Never mind having to sing while skipping at 50 miles per hour. Like, whew. But, yeah, she pulled it off brilliantly. And that production is just out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. And Billy Luke Nevers. I've got to include this clip from West End Live. I'm sorry, I've got to.
God, Elle Woods, sorry, a mistake. Courtney, take a break. Just ignore her, she hasn't been well. Try this, ladies, from Milan. Go on, try it on. I take care of my best clientele. It's a gift for me to
Courtney, take a break. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, I'm shutting up. Because otherwise you're just gonna hear me talking about Courtney Take a Break because Billy Luke Nevers slayed it. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. But yeah. Anyway, moving on to the next one. So this is a show that I want to come to the UK, and again, I think it's pretty obvious which one that is because it's one that everyone seems to be talking about. No, it's not everybody's talking about Jamie. We've already got that revival under wraps, and it's being toured, also playing at the Peacock Theatre. Next year? Yeah, next year. But it's starting its tour this year in September in Salford, so booking that one. Anyway, irrelevant. Yeah, this is a show that everyone is talking about coming to the UK, and to be honest, it's about time it did, because I know I'm dying to see it. Beetlejuice, and again, already got a dream casting for that. Like, yeah. It. Sorry, excuse me. I'm gonna have a drink because my throat is really dry because I never know when to shut up. Anyway, as I was saying, Beetlejuice, the film is brilliant, and I mean absolutely brilliant. And yeah, I've already got Dreamcasting for that one as well, but again, video for another time. Which I might actually try and get that out next week. Let me know if you want to see like a Dreamcast video for different shows, because if you guys want to see it, I'll do it. Like, yeah, I might actually put a poll up on my Instagram some point next week as well, asking what you guys want to see. Yeah, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll link it in the description like I do on every video. But yeah, anyway, back to Beetlejuice. We all love Beetlejuice. Everyone loves Beetlejuice. Like, again, the soundtrack is just a bop. Like, I need to be careful. Better not say his name 3 times. Don't want him appearing next to me, if you know what I mean. But yeah, needs to get into the UK. Needs to get into the UK. Needs to premiere in the UK. Makes sense, Zoe. But yeah. If the Dreamcast I've got in mind was to do this show, it would just be perfect. It would absolutely just be perfect. I mean, not that it wouldn't be perfect anyway, because it is a show that is, like, it needs its West End debut now. Like, it's been on Broadway, closed due to COVID, and then was revived. Like, it needs to come back, but in the UK. Because, yeah, I feel like Broadway's had its time with it, and I know it is currently doing a tour of the States in America, but yeah, I feel like we need this in the UK. Because I say this a lot, and now this isn't me being big-headed because I live in the UK, but I feel like musicals that come over from America do better in the UK. And it was kind of proven with Bonnie and Clyde. Like, 2 sold-out West End runs, a sold-out concert, and it's now just announced its UK tour. Screaming inside. I expect a lot of tour vlogs from that, by the way. But yeah. Sorry, I'm getting pins and needles in my foot. Excuse me. But yeah, I just feel like musicals do better in the UK than they do in America sometimes. Like, I think it all just depends on the following. Like, Bonnie and Clyde grew a very big following. Quite a lot of people like Beetlejuice and Mean Girls that are yet to premiere in the UK, like I've just mentioned. So yeah, I feel like it would be a lot of sense to just hurry up and get it in the UK. It was kind of like Newsies. Like, I know that's currently in the UK. It's at Wembley. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that theatre, because we all know I'll make an absolute ball ache of it. But yeah, we all know that it's in Wembley, and it's closing next month, and I unfortunately won't get to see it, but from what I've seen and what I've heard, it's just been absolutely incredible. And I feel like it kind of did better in the UK than it did on Broadway. I mean, I could be wrong in that, because obviously the Broadway production had Jeremy Jordan. I was going to call him Jordan Jeremy then. That perfect sense. I'm so tired today. I don't know what's up with me. I'm just so tired. And I can't get my words out. But, yeah. Anyway, Beetlejuice. That's what I wanted to talk about. And I've said his name 3 times, so I'm expecting him to appear here right now. But yeah, it just needs to hurry up and make its West End debut. And again, that is a show that was actually rumoured to come to the West End in, I think it was 2021. But, let me guess, our little friend COVID changed that. Honestly, COVID, I despise you. I think everyone despises you. Nobody wanted you in the first place. But yeah, anyway. Let's not start ranting about COVID-19. Let's leave that in 3 years. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Moving on. 2 more, and then I'll shut up. So, these next 2 are going to shock the life out of you. because not a lot of people expect this to be my taste in musicals, but I'm throwing them in there because, yeah. So, the first one, I've recently watched the pro shot from when it was at the, I want to say, is it Southwark or Southwark? Is it Southwark or Southwark? Oh, I don't know, I'll debate the name later. But just from saying that, I think we all know what I'm going to say. So, the pro shot obviously had Evelyn Hoskins in it. Again, if that's not a huge giveaway of what I'm about to say, then I don't know what is. Carrie the musical. Like, I do like the film, will admit. Scared me the first time I watched it, and then I watched it again, and yeah. So, this is going to sound really stupid, but in horror films, I'm one of them people that will not easily get scared. And, not gonna lie, the majority of the time I will kind of laugh. I know it sounds weird, but that's just how I am. But, yeah. Some of them do scare me, like, I'm not gonna lie, the Final Destination film scared me, Human Centipede scared me. At one point, Hole scared me, and one that did scare me was Case 39, but it has soon become my favourite horror film. Like, I loved it, absolutely loved it, and one I will never watch is Saw, but, yeah, anyway. Why am I getting onto the horror genre? For God's sake, this is not a movie review, Zoe. But yeah, I really feel like Carrie needs to come back, because I feel like when it was here, it was really underrated. But can we just talk about the high note? I'm not even going to attempt to do it, so I'm just going to say it. Does anybody ever get it right? Like, oh my, the note in that is just top tier. I love it. And Evelyn Hoskins pulled that off. Mwah, chef's kiss. Perfection. And the whole score as well, like, I think everybody knows the Broadway flop of Carrie, like, 3 days after opening it shut. Like, I think everyone knows that that's the biggest Broadway flop to ever exist, which kind of, like, proves my theory that shows do better in the UK than America. Not that America doesn't get the success, like, don't get me wrong. Like, America does get some really successful musicals, like, look at Chicago. Was revived 25 years ago. Still going. Like, that is just brilliant, but Chicago is really just like, yeah, I love Chicago. It's the first musical I ever saw. And, like, again, you've got shows like The Lion King, Phantom of the Opera, which has just recently closed. After, I want to say 35 years on Broadway. It was either 35 or 36, but a long time. And, yeah. So shows do good in America, but I feel like newer shows that come to the UK kind of do better, if that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, debate for another video, or debate in the comments if you guys want to have that debate, then feel free. But yeah, I just really regret not seeing Carrie live when it was at the Southwark Playhouse. Like, it's a production I wish I did see, and to this day regret not seeing it. So, for it to be revived, I would absolutely love, like, I just love the score, I love the pro shot, I watch the pro shot all the time, like, I love it, absolutely love it. And I want to say that Carrie is probably around the bottom of my top 10. Like, it's not quite up here in my top 5, but it's definitely in the bottom. Like, it's definitely in the top 10 somewhere. And, yeah, I just feel like it just didn't have enough justice when it was at the Southwark. I know I'm saying that theatre completely wrong. Perks of having a Manny accent. Anyway, see what I mean? My throat is getting dry because I just don't know when to shut up. I've been rambling at you for 20 minutes and we're already on the fourth one. I've still got one more to go. But yeah, anyway. Carrie, let's get it back in the West End or in the UK or even on tour. Like, I'll take either. I will take either. So, anyway. Moving on swiftly because we are going on to 21 minutes. I'm probably boring you guys. So, yeah. So, the last one. So, you'll notice I've done my top 5. That's probably all I could fit in one video. So, if you want a part 2, let me know. I promise I will not make it as chaotic as this one. So, she says at the start of the video, there would be no chaos. Caused it for myself. But, yeah. This one is definitely going to shock you. So, this is one that I have seen, but it was a concert version at the Alexandra Palace. This should give a huge hint. It starred John and Luke Gage in it. So yeah, there's another huge hint. And it was produced by, oh god, who was it produced by? Oh, I forgot who it was produced by. It begins with an F, but I forgot who it was produced by. So, if anyone knows who it was produced by, let me know in the comments. It begins with an F, I know that. I'm going to have another drink. So, yeah. If I find out who it was produced by in the editing process, I will put it in words at the bottom. But, yeah. The Light in the Piazza. Now, this is going to be a shock because everyone's probably going to be like, wait, Zoe, you're 22 and you like that musical? Yes, I do. And it's in my top 5 of favourite shows. Even though I've only seen it once and it was a concert version. So, I would love to see it in a full-blown production. Again, I know that there has been a full-blown production of it. Again, I think it was at the Southwark Playhouse. I mean, I could be wrong in that, but it starred Dove Cameron and Rob Houchen when it was a full-scale production. I've seen, like, little clips of them on YouTube, and yeah, so I would love to see The Light in the Piazza come back. Like, it's just brilliant. It is just absolutely brilliant. And those that have seen it will agree with me when I say it is a stunning score. Like, I'm sorry, but I still can't get over the fact that I saw John and Luke Gage sing in 90% Italian. Like, the 10% he did in English was just incredible. But the Italian part was just, mwah, chef's kiss. I don't know why I've done that twice in this video, but we move. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal. It's just a brilliant show. The soundtrack in itself is just stunning, which makes the show stunning. And I never knew that Italian singing would be my cup of tea, but it is. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I will occasionally listen to the soundtrack over and over and over again. But, yeah. Itchy back, irrelevant. But, yeah. It does need to come back. And I really do want it to come back. Like, it deserves it. It does deserve it. And again, it is such an underrated show. Like, extremely underrated. Because it did absolutely brilliant when it was at the Southwark Playhouse. I'm probably getting the wrong theatre here. I know I'm getting the wrong theatre. I'm going to have to go and Google my history on this. But yeah. Fingers crossed that this show returns because it deserves it so much. Like, yeah, it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. So there you go, guys. There's my top 5 shows I want to come to the UK / be revived in the UK. Now, I think I chose a pretty good list there. Again, I said that there was a few. So again, if you do want a part 2, let me know in the comments or message me on Instagram. And I will happily oblige. But yeah, I'm not gonna make you wait around any longer, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all soon for another video. Bye, guys.